Attorneys for the Jeffrey Epstein estate are asking a judge in the Virgin Islands to throw out a lawsuit filed by Ghislaine Maxwell in 2020 that seeks millions of dollars to cover her legal fees. Lawyers for the estate and its executors, Darren Indyke and Richard Kahn, argued that Maxwell has not had legal representation in the case since September 2022, News.com has learned. Maxwell's lawyers decided to stop representing the convicted sex offender, explaining in a claim that she owed them $878,302.66 in legal fees. Therefore, lawyers for the Epstein estate are seeking to have the lawsuit dismissed as they say Maxwell has failed in her attempt to prosecute. According to court filings, Maxwell has been instructed to get new legal counsel twice but has not complied with the court's request. Lawyers for the Epstein estate note that Maxwell was advised on March 17 to get legal counsel in the next 60 days if she wanted to continue to pursue her lawsuit. Maxwell's counsel withdrew from his representation over 1 year ago, and since that time, this case has lain dormant. Though the court has granted her ample time to find new counsel and ordered her to do so, Maxwell has not done so, the Epstein estate's motion reads, according to Inside Edition. Additionally, to the extent Maxwell is unable to retain new counsel, nothing precludes her from litigating her claims pro se, but she has thus far declined to do so. Accordingly, the court should dismiss Maxwell's complaint. Epstein estate lawyers are asking the court to require Maxwell to be in court within 30 days if the motion to dismiss the suit is denied. Maxwell filed the lawsuit nearly 4 years ago, asking the Epstein estate to pay for her attorney's fees, security costs, costs to find safe accommodation and all other expenses Maxwell has reasonably incurred and will incur by reason of her prior employment relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Maxwell has argued that she and Epstein had an agreement that he would provide such funding, according to the lawsuit. Maxwell receives regular threats to her life and safety, which have required her to hire personal security services and find safe accommodation, the lawsuit states. According to the lawsuit, Maxwell worked for Epstein and his companies as a property manager up until 2001, when she scaled back her role until 2004 as she started her own business. Maxwell argues that when she left the businesses, Epstein, who took his own life in prison in 2019, agreed to provide for her moving forward. She also claims that he did when she was later sued by 2 of his victims, Sarah Ransom and Virginia Roberts. In approximately 2004, Maxwell received a typewritten letter from Epstein with a handwritten note asking Maxwell to remain in Epstein's employ and promising that no matter what Maxwell chose to do, Epstein would always support Maxwell financially, the lawsuit claims. Maxwell claims that the lawsuits against her began to pile up when Epstein accepted a plea deal in 2008 in which he eluded federal charges while accepting state charges of soliciting and procuring a minor for prostitution. As part of the plea deal, Epstein was required to serve just 13 months of an 18-month sentence as long as he settled civil suits filed by approximately 40 underage victims who reported his crimes to authorities. Maxwell has incurred and will continue to incur significant legal fees, personal security costs, and other costs in connection with legal suits, proceedings and investigations relating to Epstein, his affiliated businesses, and his alleged victims, the lawsuit states. Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking of a minor, transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, and conspiracy to transport minors with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. She is being housed at the FCI Tallahassee, where she will be eligible for parole in 2037.